Right, I'm making this one now because it's a little bit of a continuation of where I was, about more sort of gratitude and giving thankfulness and stuff. But I had thought, like, sort of wearily this morning, I think it was actually going to go in a video. I was thinking at some point, sorry, I was being thought at by whatever it is that thinks at me. There's a way more accurate fucking way of describing it. Believe me. Um, but while I was being thought at, um, I was sort of, there was that kind of, and I remember sort of, I was gonna say, I'll probably go back and start reading angel cards on Thursday. I used to do Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then I don't know. I think I had a book in one Thursday, and I just thought I'd try a different day. Um, and so I sort of half had a mind on doing it, but then there was also this kind of like, it's lucky that place is an MSE because it's a multi-sensory environment. It's got loads of all of the loads of the beautiful shit you see around you came from that shop before I like started reading cards there. Um, I've been a punter of theirs for a good sort of 2 or 3 years easily from when they were in Boscombe. um, but anyway, so the girl who I get on brilliantly with, like she might become another little sister. Obviously, she's not going to be related to my other little sister because, like, if they want to meet up and be sisters at some point, that'll be up to them. But that's not my choice. I can't make them related without like. So, but we do. We have a lot of laughs. She's a very energetic hippie, pretty much. I think she'd love that description. Actually, I'm going to tell her that tomorrow. I'm going to say you're in one of my videos. I called you an energetic hippie, and she'll go, "I like that." She will. Um, but so she texted. And she told me about there's a booking. Anyway, there was a booking there for me, which just makes it all the better. That's what I was going to say. It's an MSE environment. There's loads of stuff around. Because to be honest, there's been, I had a lot of passion for it, but it has been more than slow. And again, it's one of those things, oh, don't worry, it'll happen. And it still isn't. And then people are still insisting it will do. And it's like, yeah. But in the meantime, it's shit. You're never allowed to say it's shit in the meantime because you've always just got to keep letting it be as shit as possible. And then hopefully one day it might work. And it can feel really like, oh my God, I am just fucking nothing is going right. That's what it can feel. Do you know what I mean? But then I've had some beautiful fucking readings. And this lady that I'm reading for, I'm very excited to read for, right? A lot of the women that I really like isn't for the reasons that people think it is. They might happen to be attractive as well, but that's not why I like them. It's her energy. It's her energy, and it is her. She is so excited. She tried to book. She didn't have time on the day she came in. She looked right through her diary, and then she made a booking. And then she came in between, and she mentioned it again. Then she had to cancel, and she was gutted. So like, when you read for someone like that with a big energy, a very big energy she's got, and they're excited and they're into it, they're into the process already. So they're very not easy to read for. They're effective to read for. I know that reading for her will be an extremely cosmic experience for me because as I've said to her, as I said to other people, like, well, I can't read your mind, but I do. I sense your energy, and it's the energy of what's coming off you as you think about what you're asking about that I then feel in my body. That's yeah. That's kind of how I connect spiritually and energetically with you, and then that guides the reading, and it guides you. All of the Reiki and the angels I bring in every time, and they're I'm always intending for them to give you the guidance and intuition and to give me the words and to filter me out of it, to filter out any of my toxic poison and any of my personal guff that swells and wells around inside me. Um, and it is a beautiful and spiritual experience. And that's why it's been so frustrating that it's not been happening because I'm in this shop with a girl that I get on brilliantly with and she's a laugh. And they've got drums there. They've got drums like my colourful drum over there. I got my colourful drum from there. They've gone up in price now. I did well. I think I got one for 30. I'm sure I did. They're 50 now. um, anyway, I can sit at the back and play a drum, and I'm not being funny. In my skull hoodie and my Swirlington Whirlington cloak, one of which I will be wearing, probably the black and white one with that hoodie, and my trousers. I fucking blend in. I'm not even joking. At the back of that shop, but there's tapestries everywhere, and there's like a rack of like trousers, and there's some skirts on there. And when I sit, I pull up one of the little like meditation cushions, and I plonk myself on it, and then there's some like earth music playing, and I just I'm rubbish on the drum, but I can kind of play it, and it's lovely. But then I'm just sort of sitting there thinking I'm trying to move forwards, and it can be just a little bit. I think, well, at least I've had a purpose, at least I've had a reason, at least I've had something to do. But then, again, literally from this morning, having this sort of dull lethargy about, I suppose I'll go back. I did say I'd do it, and you never know, 2 or 3 people might walk in. But, it's January, man. Don't expect much in January. Everyone's fucked off. Most people are fucking skint as fuck and still owe money from Christmas, or they had to borrow money, and rah. That's why my birthday's always been a disaster. That's why people cancel at the last minute, because they're tired, they're fed up with the weather, they're getting home each night, it's raining as they're driving home. And that makes a difference to whether you want to go out or not, doesn't it? Sometimes when you're tired, you drive back and it's grotty fucking weather daily. February's a shit month for weather. It's just fucking horrible. When everyone's fed up of winter, we've had months of it now, and everyone's thinking spring's around the corner, come on, where's the light evenings? And everyone's fucking down. And so, yeah, January and February aren't really great months, really. We need to do something about that, don't we? We need to like change January and February, starting on the 1st of February. In bulk, fucking in bulk as well. I only found that out. Was it last year or the year before? But while I was actually really starting to hate on Christmas, and then getting into I'm no pagan, but I've heard the stories about the church and paganism and stuff, and they're not pleasant. But I'd been to the solstice one winter. I'd never been to Stonehenge in my life. Well, I'd been there, but I'd never touched the stones ever, and that was quite magical to touch the stones and walk through the one where the sun comes through and all of that shit. I got talking to a druid. I was like, mate, I'm not being funny, but I met you at Madison's, didn't I? And he's like, yeah, I met him in Maddie's in like fucking '96 or something. He's a fucking druid. I might, if I see him again, I might just start, because basically he'd be my kind of druid. He was like, basically, mate, no two druids are the fucking same. They might wear similar stuff, but no two druids are the same. And so they're soul cowboys. They're my tribe. That's my tribe. Yeah, fuck it. I might become a druid. I bet you're not surprised. I bet you're not fucking one bit surprised. I'm not. I'm surprised I've not thought of it before. But it's again, it's kind of like religions are a bit, to me, spirituality is a lot more free. Energy does what I tell it to. But yeah, where the fuck was I going with all of this, Mikey? Yeah, my birthday in bulk is that sometimes it's the 2nd of February is celebrated on, but I think it's just depends where you read it. To be honest, depends where you read it. But a lot of them say the 1st, and so I'm just saying it's the 1st. And having had a shit birthday with loads of crap memories, and I literally have hardly ever had a good birthday. Really haven't ever enjoyed my birthday. People say, do you enjoy your birthday, Mikey? Yeah, I went out with a couple of mates sometimes. Yeah, there's never been anything on. No one wants to party. So hopefully this year will be different because the Manor reunion's on. But I don't want to steal it because it's in memory of someone who died that a lot of them knew. I didn't know her, so I don't really want to go on too much about the fact it's my birthday, because I'm hijacking a memorial service in a way, and that's bad vibes, man. But at least there's a decent big fucking club night on, and there's something to go to is the thing. But yeah, in bulk is good as well with what I've got going on in my life. In bulk it's like, I suppose you'd say it's the first half of spring, and what's spring about is fucking growth. So it's sort of a continuation of the principles of, releasing the old shit that we did at the new year. But then it's also the beginnings of the growth. There's a goddess involved with it. I can't remember her name. See, I'm a shit pagan. But probably basically a version of Mother Earth, Terra Mater, whatever you want to call her. Probably a manifestation of her, or a representation of her, that kind of thing. Which is beautiful, man, with someone who's celebrating his femininity. And my birthday is actually on a very female pagan ceremony. and that's the day of my birth. And that's when Archangel Michael named me. That's fucking in my world, man. I love that shit. But yeah, I always said I remember the day. I remember the fucking day when I was literally, it must have been there on my phone. And I just said, because I remember like back when I went to rehab, that's when I discovered angel cards. That was 2004. And that's when I first started working with Michael. And, oh fuck's sake, what am I forgetting now? That was it. I just said to myself, in amongst all this pain, I just went, what about your angels, Mikey? What about your angels? Where the fuck have they gone in your life? You used to talk to them all the time. Scrolled up, Angel Reiki diploma. I even missed that there was a discount code. I just paid fully, and I just went, wow, I've never had a clearer fucking sign. Never had a clearer fucking sign, and you know, it just felt like my path. So like now, you know, I haven't been reading angel cards for 15 years, but I did angel healing therapy. I've got a diploma in it. I'm a silver member of the World Energy Therapies Council. So, you know, I'm definitely qualified to do it now. And it was just, I just thought angel healing therapy, that'll work nice alongside my Reiki. But it's actually more of a like foundation course. And it tells you to get into angel cards to start developing your spiritual practice. And in a way, it was sort of way back to the beginning. But then it's like, actually, it's teaching me a lot about my intuition, and I'm getting more and more confident each time I do it. So again, there's like, you know, these little things have just blossomed into my day like magic. And you know what? Another thing I did was a lot more prayer and meditation last night with this dude. Where's my thingy? Him. Metatron. He sounds like a transformer. He's the best fucking angel ever. And that's his sacred geometry cube. Isn't it beautiful? Sterling silver. Fucking gorgeous. Yeah, I prayed to him last night for a long time. And then little miracles happened today. I don't know really and particularly care what it is. I was looking for reasons this morning because I was thinking, like I keep saying, I want to find my connections. I want to find my stressors and I want to find my reliviators. What sets it off and what can I do about it? That was my plan. That was what I said to Dr. Bleeperty way back in February the 5th, just after my birthday, in Imbolc, full of zeal and let's fucking do this. This is going to be my year. This is going to be my fucking year. Oh my God. 3 or 4 weeks later, I was crying and I wanted to just cease to exist. The idea of me made me want to vomit myself out of my fucking mouth. I've never felt so disgusted by the idea of me. Really, that's what I went through. Everyone else went clubbing. When I was wanting the button delete. I really was, mate. You know, and I know lots of people have been in that position. I'm not suicidal, but it can get that fucking dark. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not doing that this year. I've set some New Year's resolutions, but they're more kind of, you know, the targets for this year are vaguer but more specific slightly. I don't have that same wild fucking let me fucking show you passion that I did, because, you know, it was one of those times where from that month it was like fucking fuck up after fuck up after fuck up, and then I broke my leg. You know, I was just starting to peek my head up above the parapet after feeling as sheepish and self-conscious and embarrassed and ashamed and weirded out and regretful, yet relieved and complete and whole and thankful. It was a very weird time, but I was really sheepish about people even seeing me. There was a few people I chatted to around that time, very special people who were, you know, it was a very weird thing I did. Not everyone does what I did. Hardly anyone does what I did. But it was massively worthwhile. Yeah. But it was like, yeah, that was the bike ride. I went for a bike ride. Every day since that day, I've been in pain of varying degrees on every footstep I've taken. And it's in both legs. This leg is way worse now. There's problems I'm getting in that leg from the fucking dysfunctional healing in that leg. So yeah, that's been another thing dragging me down all of last year. But more rays of hope are appearing, and I really need to shut up.